Welcome, adventurer. Yes, I'm talking to you. The one watching this. The one who's not satisfied with just surviving another week. The one who feels like they were born for something more. The one who sometimes wonders, what would life be like if I could see my growth? If I could feel that thrill of progress daily, just like a character in a game? This is episode 1 of a journey, a long one, where we're going to learn together how to take something ordinary like a notebook and turn it into the most powerful artifact in your life. This isn't a self help video. This is your origin story. This is your first awakening. This is the episode where you press start. Part 1. The ordinary world feels broken. Let me ask you something. Have you ever set a goal? Maybe get in shape, read more books, start a business, learn a new skill, and felt that initial burst of motivation only to feel it slowly fade away until the goal disappears with it? You know the feeling. The notebook collects dust, the fitness plan gets skipped, the YouTube course goes unwatched. You were going to improve, maybe even transform your life. But somewhere along the way, you stopped leveling up and started fading back into the old version of yourself. Sound familiar? That's because traditional transformation systems are broken. They rely on motivation that comes and goes. They give you big goals without giving you any sense of progress. They tell you to run a marathon, but they don't let you level up from walking 15 minutes a day first. But what if I told you there was another way? What if, like Sung Jin Woo from Solo Leveling, you could awaken into a version of yourself with a system that shows your growth, tracks your XP, offers daily quests, boss fights, and skill unlocks? What if your life stopped feeling like an endless grind and started feeling more like a game? Part 2, Life as an RPG. Let's rewind for a moment. Why are games so powerful? Why do we spend hours building up characters, beating tough bosses, grinding through levels? Simple. Because games give us everything real life usually doesn't. They give us instant feedback. They reward effort. They show your stats. They track every victory and make you feel like every step matters. In games, you start at level 1, you fight weak enemies, you gain XP for every little action, you level up, you learn new skills, eventually you conquer mountains. You know what's wild? That's exactly how real life could be, if you had a system to shape it. This is about bringing the RPG mechanics you love and repurposing them into real-world tools for growth. We're going to take values like strength, dexterity, wisdom, endurance, and apply them to your physical health, mental sharpness, emotional control, confidence, focus, and more. You'll have levels, you'll have quests, you'll track your XP, and most importantly, you'll see and feel the progress you make. You'll go from watching characters evolve in anime and games to becoming your own evolving character. And we're going to build your status screen in your notebook. Part 3. Your notebook is your game engine. Now, you might be wondering, all of this sounds cool, but how does a notebook do that? Answer. A notebook is not just paper and ink. It's your game engine. It's your leveling interface. It's your RPG interface for life. Every page is going to power a mechanic: XP tracker, level system, skill tree, quest log, achievement wall, boss battle planner, inventory of rewards, and so much more. With every episode, you'll unlock a new mechanic and slowly piece together your full system. At the end of the series, you won't just have 20 videos of theory, you'll have your own personal gamified life system, one that nobody else has, because this one will be shaped by you. Part 4, What Solo Leveling Teaches Us. Let's talk solo leveling for a moment. You remember when Jin Woo was just a weak, low-ranked hunter? The guy no one counted on? The guy with no extraordinary gifts? Then, boom, he awakened, gained access to a system, and suddenly he could get stronger, infinitely stronger. Not randomly, but through clear inputs, quest by quest, dungeon by dungeon, chapter by chapter. What made solo leveling addictive wasn't just the fights. It was watching this man grow systemically. You could see it, his stats going up, his level increasing, new abilities being unlocked. What if your growth was that visual? What if you could wake up at level 2 and know, yesterday, I was at level 1, and I earned this? What if you could track your charisma, your confidence, your skill level in writing, speaking, coding, lifting weights, meditating, whatever matters to you? With your notebook, you're going to build that system. Part 5, Becoming Your Own Main Character. Here's a hard truth. Most people wake up as background characters in their own story. They react, they wait. They don't actively train or conquer quests the way video game heroes do. Uh, but not you, not anymore. There's a difference when you just live your life and when you actually level through it. When you track your stats, you start taking your own development seriously. When you give yourself quests, you stop waiting for life to give you meaning. You create it. When you reward yourself, log your wins, and measure your progress daily, you stop depending on dopamine from scrolling and start getting it from self respect. You stop being passive. You become the main character. Your life, that's your fantasy world. Your old habits, that's your dungeon. Your fears and obstacles, final bosses. And your vision, that's your endgame. Part 6, The Power of Quantifiable Growth. Here's what nobody teaches you in school. Motivation is not what makes us act. Progress is. That's why games hook us. They give us visible, measurable improvement. That's why in this series, before we even touch goals, we build systems. Your system is how you'll know that you're growing, even on days you don't feel like it. Let me give you an example. Say you want to improve your social confidence. In a normal planner, you'd write, be more confident or talk to 3 people this week. Meh, boring. Not trackable, no dopamine. But in your level system notebook, you might have skill, charisma, XP per interaction +3. Mission, talk to 5 strangers this week. Reward +25 XP, 1 badge. Unlock perk. At 100 XP in charisma, you get the silver tongue title and access to presentation mode. Suddenly, you're not just trying to be confident. You're grinding, you're leveling, you're becoming something more. Part 7, this system is not fake. It's reinforcement. Let me tell you something important. This notebook system you're going to build, it's not an illusion. It's not fake optimism. It's active psychological reinforcement. When your brain gets used to being rewarded for effort, it starts craving effort. It starts seeking self-growth as a game. Your brain doesn't know the difference between XP in a game and XP on paper. It responds to feedback. Psychologically, you're training your mind to associate effort with pleasure. And unlike motivation, this is sustainable. Part 8, The Legacy Wall. Here's another idea. At the end of this series, you'll have built something that reflects your legacy. A notebook system that will show your progress week to week, month to month, year to year. Imagine opening that notebook a year from now and going, wow, I was level 3 back then. Look at the skill trees I unlocked. I beat my fear dungeon in week 8. I got my first public speaking badge at level 7. This is self-documentation on a mythic scale. This is not journaling. This is a saga, and you're the legend. Part 9, what is coming next? Now that you've seen the vision, here's what's coming. In episode 2, we'll set up your notebook. You'll learn how to install your first system screen, your profile, layout, tabs, and themes. Think of this like creating a new game file. After that, things get deep. Character stats and classes, XP design and mission mechanics, training systems and boss battle templates, guilds for community growth, cooldown systems for burnout protection, secret quest designs for spontaneity, prestige and rebirth mechanics, and more. So much more. Part 10, your call to adventure. But for now, just one thing. Find that empty notebook. It could be a simple ruled copy or a blank journal. It doesn't matter yet, because tomorrow, that ordinary notebook becomes your system. By episode 2, you won't just be watching this series, you'll be playing it. Let this episode be your call to adventure. Like every great RPG, you don't start powerful, you start willing. You wake up in the village, hit level 1, and say, let's go. So that's what we're going to do. Final words. From here on out, no more passive living. You're not a side character. You're not stuck. You're a hero in disguise. A level 1 adventurer with infinite potential. And with a single notebook, you're about to start the greatest game you've ever played. Not because you're trying to escape life, but because you're going to learn how to upgrade it. So grab your notebook, equip your mindset, sharpen your willpower, because we're bringing leveling up to real life. Press start. Your journey begins now. Subscribe if you haven't. Episode 2 drops soon. And that one? That's where the magic starts to get real. Until then, stay strong, stay sharp, and remember, you are the hero you've been waiting for. Let me know if you want this format